So I have just arrived in LA. I have a convertible Mustang. I wanted a, what do you call it, a Camaro, because I had a Camaro before, because I am driving up the coast to San Francisco. And I had been in San Francisco like 5 years ago or something like that. No, it's been more than that, 7 years ago. And I had a Camaro, and I loved it for the power, and I don't know if this Mustang will do in terms of having that sheer power, but this is the start of my trip. I just needed a little bit of time to just get away. So here in LA, and you guys will travel with me up to Santa Cruz and then up to San Francisco. So let's go check into a hotel, find something to eat, relax for a little bit, and get started. It looks really, excuse my French, but really shitty in LA. Like, it's overcast, it's not that cool. Having a convertible right now is like not all that, you know. You want the sun out, you want the coast. So hopefully somewhere along that coastal drive starting tomorrow, it'll be exactly that. So yeah, let's ride out. So we are day 2. As you can see behind me, it's kind of crappy weather. Sorry, I almost think I saw, what do you call it, lady of the night. I don't know if you can kind of see her down there. Not to be mean, because she's possibly just not, and I'm just being an ass, so I apologize. But you know, when it's 8 in the morning and you're dressed to the nines, like you know, whatever. Man, I hate when people park next to me. Like, all this parking, and then you still manage to park next to me and over there with the Mustang. Like, how does that work? Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to grab some breakfast and venture my way up the coast. A little bit different than traditional. Like, I'm not gonna go through Malibu. Yeah, just not gonna go through Malibu. I don't know. It takes longer, so like depending on how I go up the coast, it could take, you know, it could take a while. So I'll just kind of cut that part out and then go like to Santa Barbara, Carpinteria, that way. All right, let's see how to open this thing. Oh, there you go. All right. All right. Yeah. So anyway, about this little Mustang, it's actually not too bad, you know. I'm actually the Camaro, to me, the last time I drove it, like, definitely had it seemed like to have a bit more power, but this ain't too bad. And the reason I'll say that is because the Camaro, like, everything in the driver's seat area was kind of like for someone maybe smaller than myself. I'm 6'2", so it just seemed like everything kind of like leaned down a little bit. It was much shorter, and I couldn't get my seat, you know, my height was a problem in that car for visibility of the gauges and dashes and stuff. And I'll show you in here, but yeah. Yeah, let's see. All right. Yeah, so like in the Camaro, all this is kind of like slanted down a little bit, but the visibility here is just, you know, just fine. And all of this, you know, within touching reach, and yeah, it seems like everything is, for the most part, you know, a-okay. So yeah, and then the back seat ain't much of a back seat, but if you could work it, I suppose. So, and then obviously convertible. So let's get this bad boy started up. And yeah, sports mode is decent. It's not the Camaro SS, because that thing is like right, so I have made it to a town called Summerlin, and I nearly forgot what was the name of this place, because like I haven't been here in a few years, and I was like, why does that sound familiar? And I get off at this exit and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going, and then finally the town starts to pop up and I'm like, I don't remember some of this stuff, and then it all became familiar again. So that is essentially what I'm doing. But there is this place that once I worked here, this is the last place that I ate before I quit that job and moved to Denver. So I'm gonna go back here and have a meal, which they had great breakfast, and then continue my journey up. But it's just, it's a cool little town if you ever get up to an area called Summerlin. Yeah, see, that was a gas station across the street, gas station kind of or a liquor store or whatever. And now this is it, Summerlin Beach Cafe. So if you're ever in this area, come to this place here. Amazing, amazing, amazing foods. Rock. I'll have to keep this as a keepsake for myself. I don't know where I am. I think I'm like, I can't say I don't know exactly where I am, but I'm maybe 5 miles or so away from Hertz Castle. That's all I know, but I don't know exactly what city I'm in. But yeah, it's just nice to get away. forgot that this is here. I love this thing. It reminds me of what do you call it? The like the tunnel that they go through in Monaco, or that they're going through in like Monaco. I know it's not that because I've never been to Monaco, but all right, let's get back in and go.
Maybe needs to.
Right. So I've just arrived in Big Sur, and there was a Cafe Phoenix, I think this is called. So I'm hungry. I'm gonna go take a look.
And your server will be with you shortly.
Perfect. Thank you. So I don't know how to pronounce the name of this restaurant, but I had seen it once before, and so I'm in Big Sur, and when I was here before, I ate at a place called Big Sur Inn, which was like not even a mile from here, I think. So now that I'm here, this high end, I mean, and there's nothing, you think there's not very much around here, so it's very expensive. So by the time all said and done, just a burger and fries will be, you know, $25. But, you know, there's nothing else around here, and this is kind of an amazing place to sit and eat and have a view and, yeah, just take it all in. So that's essentially what I'm doing. But how spectacular and how humbling to be able to just go and do, have options. And that's truly a blessing. So take a look at the view. All right, so I'm gonna eat, and then I still probably got about a good hour or two to get to, well, first I'm gonna go to Monterey, and then I'm gonna continue and go to Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is the evening stop, and I wanna do the boardwalk and all that stuff, so yeah, I kinda gotta get moving. So, all right, peace. Can't beat that. This meal and this view, not bad. So, bon appetit. All right, so the meal was not bad. Like I said, you know, $30 including tip, and yeah. Now I'm gonna. So there was a place called Cafe Phoenix as well, but I guess there was two places in one, and I just ended up not going to that same one. Anyway, onward to onward to I don't know what that girl was screaming about. Maybe because I'm the only black man in Big Sur. That's one thing, man, that is just, sometimes if I could be transparent with you all, because I am this outgoing, adventurous type person, I find myself alone a lot. Just being person of color. I mean, there were other people of color. I did see some, but not African American. I guess I could say that. Not that that's the only people of color, but it's just seldom that sometimes my community makes this a thing to be in Big Sur. So I haven't seen another black person. Sorry, I'm kind of harping it. It's just a sad moment, but I'm gonna just stop it right there. So that's it. Time to go. So curiosity killed the cat, and I ended up stopping at this Big Sur Lodge, whatever, but it says clearly Big Lodge Sur. But because they had a park store, and I like to get shot glasses, and they said grocery stores or groceries, but who knows. Yeah, so that's what I'm essentially doing. So I'm gonna find my way into this store. Thank you.
Well, I came down here.
Put me in the direction of shot glasses. Do you have them?
We actually only have like 2 left, and there's those bad California ones.
Oh no, nothing that says Big Sur. Okay.
Nothing that says Big Sur.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Thank you. After driving 5 to 6 hours, which is not typically long because I've done that. I think it's longer than that because I kept stopping. I stopped everywhere, as you saw, for bridges, for water views, for this, that, and the other. So, let's see what time it is. So I think I started my journey at about 9 this morning. And yeah, it's 7 now, and I'm just checking into this this Marriott hotel. Single bed, nothing special about the room. However, what I do like, and I don't think I've ever had a balcony. Yeah. So. Can't really see, it's dark, but this is nice just to be able to have a balcony that you can come out to. So not a smoker or anything like that, and there's no chairs to obviously sit out here, so I'll call it a night, but it's still kind of cool. So I've just finished eating at this Beech Street Cafe, which is on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. And yeah, now we're about to go into the boardwalk, so stay tuned. Fisherman's Wharf is, for all intents and purposes, relatively quiet. I remember being a few years back, and obviously COVID and all that stuff, but being so busy, like you couldn't even walk through this little square where I'm at right now. But this is kind of like a little bit of everything. Just right here, you got different shops, galleries, and food galore to eat at. But this kind of starts your trip, and then you could kind of take a ferry, as you can see here. You could take like ferries over to Alcatraz and different things like that. So yeah, but just being here before to see how many people, you know, were here and how bustling. And I mean, it is a Monday, so it's different than a weekend, but typically I would think that San Francisco has tons of people all the time, so a little bit different, but yeah, still kind of cool to be here. So